Ladies and gentlemen, you fine people, I welcome you all to what is ultimately, most likely, going to be the final episode for this walkthrough. Which came a lot sooner than I expected, as I said before, and to be honest, I actually did start to record the last episode immediately after... I did start to record this episode immediately after the last one, but then when I realized it was basically going to be the last one, I actually kind of lost my nerve. As silly as that sounds. But, basically, yeah, so I decided I was going to wait. I wanted to be fully prepared for this, and I was actually hoping to have more comments to address while I was doing this, but the last episode didn't really get a whole lot in terms of comments. Mostly, you know, just kind of comments in regards to what was happening in the video. As you all should recall, we thoroughly decimated the old camp. Pretty much nothing except everything except the outer ring. In fact, I'm actually going to go back because I think it was Mr. Latham who once again reminded me that there was something I had missed there. Or at least something pretty significant that I had just kind of glossed over. Normally I don't really bother to take a gander at the outer ring afterwards, because there's usually not a whole lot out there. Obviously there's the huts of the diggers and the huts of the shadows, which don't really have much, but there is also, now that I remember, actually something in Graham's hut as well, which some of you gentlemen might know exactly what I'm talking about here. So why don't we take a look? Actually, I don't think it's in Graham's hut. I think it's on Graham's person. Alright, so we have to track him down. You are not Graham. Where did Graham run off to? He might have run towards the gate. That's Gravo. I'm not really concerned about you, buddy. You don't have to worry. You are not Graham. Damn it. Graham it. Oh, it's Grim, not Graham. Well, Grim deserved it. He was an asshole. That's the third time he gets it for trying to what you call it? Trying to double cross me. Ah, I almost had the bastard. There we go. Alright, let us see what you have on you. A sketch, huh? Well, why don't we take a look, see what you've been sketching besides maps. Oh. Ho ho ho. You dirty devil. No, I'm kind of wondering why that was included in this game in the first place. I feel like there's supposed to be more to that, and it might have been sort of like a dirty Easter egg that Piranha Bytes was intending to have a bit more to do with. But, you know what, I want to... After all that trouble I went through getting you your sword, I kind of want it now. But, regardless, I think that was just kind of like a dirty little Easter egg, but they didn't really flesh it out as... didn't really, flesh it out as much as they had wanted to. Now, I believe this is Fisk's hut. Right, left, right, right. So, Mr. Latham said that Fisk actually has some interesting stuff in here. Right. Fuck. Right, left. Right, left, right. Fucking hell. Right, left, right. Jesus, mother of... All that for a short bow. The most worthless bow in the game. Left. Fuck off. Left, right. Holy moly. Ah, there we go. An elixir of dexterity for what it's worth, which is nothing at all to me. Ah, left, right. Left, right. Fucking fuck. Left, right, left, right. Jesus. weren't even that complex, but they were the most frustrating combinations I've ever had to deal with. Oh, I've got more of these health potions. I didn't realize that. So we'll take those as well. Actually, I haven't consumed any of these. Damn. Alright, so, another thing I did do in the meantime, I upped my strength to 100. And I upped my one-handed skill to, maximum, to master. That was left, right, right, left. Sorry, I forgot to do it. I think this might be Fisk's storage. Left, right, right, left, left, right. Nothing worthwhile in there. Left, right, left, 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 left. Fuck! Left, 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 right. Jesus fucking Christ, I can never get it right the first time. Jesus. Left, left, right, left, left. Damn. Well, here's a bunch of food. So yeah, I just pretty much used what remained of my learning points to up everything that I thought would be useful. I could do open locks higher, but I don't. First of all, I don't have the learning points for that. Second of all, it's just not really that important. I have enough lock picks now. Right, left, right. That's it. Nothing worthwhile in there. Oh my goodness. Right, 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 left. This is out of this world. I just managed to get it wrong every single time. Alright, well, there's not really much to do about this then. There you go, buddy. Alright, so with all the, I'm not going to take all that. That's going to clutter up my inventory. Another thing I did do was just drop a bunch of the weapons I had picked up. So I got all these crossbows, all these bows. I can now use a longbow for what it's worth. Where did Fisk's body go? Must have looted it. Oh, no, there's Fisk. Alright, you son of a bitch. Ah, fuck off. What are you doing? That's not at all what I wanted. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, you don't. Look. Okay. Well, I've once again gotten sorely distracted here. But, this guy's got jack shit. Anyway. I'm going to rest up. I'll take whatever hut I please now. And then we're going to head back to the orc town. So, this... I've totally lost my train of thought. I really should not have come back here. No matter. Alright, let us get back to the bridge. And we shall proceed from there. So, yeah, the gist of this is that we, of course, could not defeat the final undead shaman in the temple below. But now, with this rune that we got from Uriziel, supposedly we can defeat him. But in truth, as I will soon demonstrate, you don't even have to use Uriziel, either in sword or in rune form, to defeat him. Basically, once you get it, his invincibility script goes away. So you can use whatever weapons you choose to defeat him. So it doesn't matter if you, in fact, have trained with one-handed weapons and that's the only thing you're good with, because you can take him down with any weapon you choose. The actual Uriziel spell that we get probably won't be of much use against him because he can cast the... I think he can cast his spell quicker than we can cast ours.
Can you show me where the orc town is on my map?
Hole of Urshak, beware map empty. Stranger give map, then Urshak finish map.
That's amazing. You're a good cartographer. Thanks.
And that's that. I actually totally forgot about that because I never ended up picking up an actual map of the entire colony. But now, I should have taken a look at it first. We've seen the gist of it. That's not the right one. Sadaras's focus map does actually block out the entire Orc land. The area of it that that none of them have really been to. So we don't see where Zardos's tower is. We don't see where the Orc town is. So this is exactly what the original map of the colony would have looked like, except without the pentagram on it. And this... Oh, actually, here's the same one. So this is... Had we bought a map from Graham, this is what it would have looked like. But this is the one that Urshak actually finished for us. So this is the completed map that includes the entire area around here. So if you had approached Urshak earlier on the ruins of the old citadel, with that map in hand, he would have been able to fill it out for you there. Because I didn't have that map until now, we had to wait until now to get it. Alright, so once again, we can actually approach these orcs with Ulumulu in hand, well, not in hand. If we approach it with it in hand, they get pissed off. But, yeah, even though we pissed them off by using the orc teleportation magic before, they don't mind anymore. We can once again approach with peace because we have gone away and gotten rid of their aggro. And as I said before, a lot of people choose to actually destroy the entire orc town just to get the experience for it. We don't need the experience anymore. There's nothing we're going to do with it. So it is pretty much a waste of my time. But I also just don't like to kill all these guys out of principle because, as I said, Urshak is kind of a friend of ours at this point. He's done a lot to help us. I don't want to destroy all his friends and family just to, you know, just to get the experience for it. Now, I actually really do, even though I don't really pay too much attention to it, I do love the soundtrack in the Orc Town here. Kind of, since I didn't really play the original Gothic until years after playing the second and third one, the vibe I get from this actually reminds me a lot of the soundtrack to Rome Total War. Oh, there's something similar about it, especially when the horns kick in. But regardless, so as I've said before, the most troublesome way to get in here is trying to get the idol from the top of the pillar here. And to avoid that entirely, what we have instead are these spell scrolls that we picked up from Kronos. Oh wait, I can't. I have to unequip some runes to use these. We're not going to be teleporting anywhere anymore. We'll get rid of those. And here we can once again use this spell to turn into a meat bug. And that is enough to allow us to get under the gate, supposedly. Alright, well, I heard that this worked. Oh, was that it? I heard that this worked. It doesn't seem to work anymore. Why not work? Oh my goodness. Okay, this is annoying. Because this is supposed to work. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it doesn't work. Oh, that is frustrating. There we go. Alright, just to make sure that we are not wrecked by these fools in their fireballs. Against fire, this has the highest fire defense of anything we have, so we'll use that. Hopefully this will be enough to make sure we actually don't get injured at all by them. I don't know why the meat bug spell didn't work. Usually it works. So we have no choice but to rely on this. Now, actually, one of the things I had meant to address, which I had totally forgotten about, was the fact that I had posted a video saying that I had run into technical issues with my computer. Away from me, vile fiend! Oh shit, I'm on fire. Oh, why didn't it work? Why didn't it open? Fuck, are you kidding me? What is going on? Alright. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, I had no choice there. I have no idea why. I have no idea why that gate did not open. I have no idea why the mole rat spell did not allow me in there. That is bullshit, my friends. So I had no choice. I had to use that code just to get in there. I think what happened was I didn't fully complete the animation to actually open the gate. And so when I got hit, I couldn't finish the animation, and ergo it didn't finish the script. But it did render the lever unusable again, so I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. Now, what I could have done is nab the figurine, teleport it out of there, and then come back when their aggro had worn off. But I missed my shot for that. But it is no matter. We are in here now and we can deal with this. So anyway, as I was saying, I had run into technical problems with my computer. Basically, as you guys know, I play on a laptop and it stopped charging for some reason. Well, I know what that reason is now. But like I had tested my AC adapter and I was still getting a voltage reading out of it. So I'm not sure why my computer couldn't get a charge from it anymore. But either way, all I did was plug in a new one, and that worked just fine. Oh no, you don't, you son of a bitch. Oh yeah, I suppose I should... Oh jeez, these guys are gonna wreck me. Fuck off. Alright, so one of the things I had actually done when I started to record this episode, I talked about the new animations for the one-handed, in fact also for the two-handed weapon skills. Once you level them up to master, you of course get a whole new combo to go with it. And while I still prefer generally to do the left or right swings, which also do seem a little bit faster thanks to the new animations, so that can be a big help as well. But the moveset now, you'll see you have 4 attacks. You have 4 animations at least, but in fact, there's sort of a hidden 5th attack. And this also applies to two-handed weapons once you get that to master as well. You see on the final animation, he actually swings twice. And if you actually press the press the movement keys, pretty much meaning the attack keys in this case, at the right time, you can actually get a 5th hit out of that. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you time it just right, that final animation gets a 2nd hit out of those 2 swings. So you can use that to your advantage. If you prefer to use combo attacks, but again, I do prefer to do the left to right swings generally, and I only use the forward attacks to carry me forward if the enemy gets a little too far on my reach. But regardless, we now have to descend further into this place, and we now have the means to deal with, I think his name was grash-varrag-arushat, the prime shaman who had summoned the sleeper. And thus endowed with the power of Uriziel, even though we'll probably end up killing him with a sword, we are now able to actually defeat him. So I actually do have more news on the personal front. Very big news, but I do kind of want to hold off on even mentioning that because I'm hoping to have even better news to go along with it, so but I'll give it a couple more weeks, and if nothing really comes of it, I'll at least announce what makes today very special to me. Anyway, let's have at this fool. He's actually going to talk to us again, I think. So, you don't have to worry about attacking him right away. Well. Oh, shit. Ah, fucking hell. Are you kidding me? Oh. Well, hold up now. Oh, what is going on here? I might be wrong then about... I might be wrong about my original assumption that you could actually kill him with any weapon. But basically, yeah, I guess if you can't kill him with any other weapon, then you do have to use the Uriziel spell. You see how slow the animation is. So that is, of course, very troublesome. Because he can cast his spell even faster. And if he hits you with his spell, it'll interrupt your casting. So that can cause a lot of trouble. So, you have two choices as far as defeating him. If you can't get the spell off, then maybe your best bet is to wait and use the Uriziel sword fully powered to kill him, even if it's not your best weapon. Or even if you're not trained with two-handed weapons, just use the sword to kill him, then take it back to Zardos and turn it into the rune. Otherwise, you could summon a skeleton to distract him and give you enough time to cast a spell. That is also an option. Anyway, we have defeated him, and I thought he would have more dialogue, but apparently he didn't. Because he was immediately hostile, but for some reason he couldn't attack. Which is a bit strange. I seem to be running into all sorts of problems that I've never had before. And strangely, none of the problems I did have before are now happening, so... Up here is actually going to be at least one Templar. Possibly a second one. Fuck! Ah, yeah, this isn't working. You son of a bitch! There you go. And that is what you get. What else was I talking about? Yeah, if you actually get the Uriziel sword and power it up with Zardos before before you face this shaman for the first time, he will actually address you very differently than he does the first time. He'll actually be extremely afraid of you, noticing the weapon that you have. And, so that's kind of cool. It's cool that he actually does regard you differently. Hurrah! Block, you fool! Oh wow, I can't hurt this guy at all with melee. Nor can I hurt him at all with that. Fuck, I keep pressing the wrong damn buttons. Eat it. The wonderful thing about that spell is it doesn't really cost a whole lot in mana. Alright, so, with all that taken care of, it is now time to press forth. So I apologize if the end of this came a little bit sooner than any of you expected. Had I really realized how close to the end I was in the last episode, I would have done more to address it and kind of build up your hype for it. But, no matter. We're all here now. And here we have 5 shrines on the floor. And once again, what you have to do with these is use the swords that you get from the shamans. And once again, it doesn't matter. You don't have to choose which one you use. It'll automatically use the proper one. But you have to use one of each sword and one of each shrine. And there you have it. The way forward is open. And let us deal with this slumbering demon. Zardas! What is the meaning of this?
We don't have much time, so listen carefully.
How did you...
The sleeper is not far. I had to use all my powers to get here. I have translated the Orcus prophecies and discovered what the 5 hearts are about. The 5 hearts of the priest you defeated were placed in 5 shrines. These shrines may be opened, but only the ancient blades carried by the priest can harm the hearts. Now you must pierce the hearts with the 5 blades. Only thus will you be able to drive the sleeper from this world.
I understand.
Hurry, for the awakening of the archdemon is nigh. The crazed Cor Kalom and his misled disciples are here. They have gathered in the hall of the sleeper.
I've bled enough. Nobody can stop me now.
The might of the sleeper is growing stronger and stronger. I cannot.
What's wrong with you?
I must.
Zardas, no! Don't fall asleep now. This is urgent. I have more to ask you. There's important information at stake here. What are you doing? Can't sleep on the job. Aw. I don't have the spell I want. Will this work? Nah. Darn it. Alright, so... Interesting. Zardas propelled himself here with teleportation magic to warn us of what comes ahead. Interesting that he had to go this far. Of course, we knew the urgency of what was going on here. We knew we had to stop the sleeper. There's really no new information that he told us. So it's interesting that he actually went through the trouble and the danger of actually teleporting himself here. I almost wonder if he might have had deeper motives. Anyway, there are 4 chambers off to the side here. 2 of those chambers are just stairwells that lead down to the chamber of the sleeper. What we want are the 2 further chambers off to the sides, which have... here we have more mummified orcs. And in addition to these mummified orcs are... There's a chest in the back there. I'm going to get a torch so y'all can see it. And this chest contains some basic potions, restorative potions. But on these mummies are some altogether much more permanent and powerful potions. Also, I just have to point out, it's kind of funny that the strafe animation changes when you're holding a torch. And somehow it becomes even more useless. So let us have at these potions. These are going to make a big impact on our stats. And this is another reason why I wanted to get my stats as high as possible before coming down here. As I've said before, the max you can get from any instructor using learning points is 100. And the only way you can go beyond that is with potions that permanently increase your stats. So you definitely, anything you plan on using, like strength, mana, dexterity, anything that you're really going to use, get it to 100 as soon as possible, and don't use any of your permanent potions before then. That way you can maximize all your stats well beyond the intended maximum, and just become as powerful as you possibly can be. And once again, let us have at the ones down here. They are mostly more of the same. Alright, some more basic restorative potions. And some more wonderful permanent potions. Now down here, it would probably be to your advantage to use the trick that my friend Dark Angel had told me to use. I believe it was him. To use the velocity potions to allow you to sprint away from enemies. That way you can kind of do hit and run tactics with your spells or with your bow. And that's especially pertinent against these fanatical Templars, because they're very resistant to normal weapons. But because I have so much health and so many healing potions, it's almost not even an issue anymore. Alright. So there are stairwells on either side. Not really stairwells, just sort of descending hallways. And there are at least 2 Templars on each side. So you do have to be prepared for these fools. At least I think there are Templars here. Yeah, there's one. Let's see, what is good against these guys? I can't remember what I could actually damage them with before. That doesn't really do a whole lot. But it is enough to stall him and weaken him before he gets close enough for me to use my Ring of Death spell. Ah, eat it, you fool. Actually, that alone was enough. So that's one Templar there, and there are some more down here. And here, we have more lava traps to worry about. Here's where things can get a bit unfortunate. If you have the 60 FPS patch installed, this is where you can run into some serious problems. You're trying to jump these chasms. The 60 FPS patch can actually cause some glitchiness in the way your character travels through the air. Here we have a bit of a cutscene. There we see Cor Kalom and his disciples worshipping this ungodly beast. Oh, well, he disappeared for a second. So it seems that the sleeper is more than just nigh. Seems that he is actually here. Now, unfortunately, yeah, there are Templars here. Oh, wow. Boom! You sorry fool. So these Templars... quite resistant. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to even use these. What a fool I am. Let's have at some of these. So, as I was saying, the Templar is more than just nigh. He is already here. But... I don't think he's quite at full power, so we still have a chance to stop him before he's able to escape and do his unholy deeds upon the world. Now, well, you know, now that I think about it, we know that the Orc Shamans did summon the Sleeper. And they built this temple not only as a point of worship, but also to kind of imprison him. But it's kind of interesting because it almost seems like the Sleeper went along with it, because I don't think the Sleeper wanted to be summoned as soon as he was, or at least not for the reasons he was. But it's very clear now that he has every intention of getting out of here, and it's kind of interesting. It almost makes me think that even the undead orcs that are bound psychically to serve him might actually be misguided in their so-called master's wishes, they might think that he actually wants to be left alone down here, when in fact he's wanted to be freed this whole time, and they simply wouldn't allow him to get out of here. Eat it. Hey, what do you know? We leveled up. Alright, now here is another case where we're about to get some dialogue, and it can be a bit glitchy because the dialogue script tries to trigger from so far away. But let's see what comes of it.
At last, we meet again. My master has already told me of your arrival. He can sense that you are near.
I'll soon be nearer to him than he would like me to be.
We will not let you foil our plans. The world is about to witness the awakening of the Redeemer, and nobody can stop him. All the infidels out there will pay the price, and you shall have the honor of being the first to pay. Sleeper awaken!
By God, how terrifying. Alright, now Cor Kalom is the only one here who can do magic, and of all things he has the fireball spell, which he's going to try to bring to bear against us now. But we can actually not only use cover to kind of cover our retreat, but it'll also lure him closer to us, which means we can then sally forth and engage him in melee. Oh shit, he's got the pyromancy spell. Oh, wow. You are a resilient fool, aren't you? Let's see how well you like it then. You can barely hurt us with it. Oh, that doesn't do shit to you, does it? I'll tell you what will do shit to you. Oh, goodness sake. Alright, you little shit breath. If you think that's going to scare me, then let's see how you like this. Well, that hurt you a little bit. Good Christ, man, you have some serious hit points. Uh-oh. Oh, I hear you. These novices. Interesting, why can't I target him with a spell when he's already dead? And Kalom has a fairly insignificant sword. Nothing that really helps us in any way. So all these guys seem very resilient to melee. So I think in this case, the only weapon you're intended to use would actually be Uriziel. And it's very unfortunate, because that doesn't really help here, does it? Alright, you sons of bitches. Oh wow, that doesn't hurt him. Or it doesn't kill him. Oh goodness, these guys are much tougher. Oh, these guys are much tougher than the Templars are. Yeah, eat it. Any more yas? So interesting, we only got like half of them to come after us. So it seems that the direct influence of the Sleeper is actually much more powerful than we would have given it credit for. Because even the Templars further away were much weaker than the novices who were standing directly in front of the Sleeper himself. Damn right. Oh shit! The Sleeper is shooting at us. So yeah, the Sleeper can actually cast the Firebolt spell, of all things. And he will do that from a distance once you start engaging the novices. So that is something you have to watch out for, because the Firebolt spell he casts is actually much more powerful than what you would normally have to deal with at this point in the game. Ah, damn it, that don't do shit to him. Oh, well, he just dropped dead. Alright, now here's where the boss battle gets a bit interesting, because this is one of those cases in Piranhabite's fashion, where the boss battle isn't really much of a battle. It's sort of a very mediocre puzzle, really. I would actually... A lot of people do shit on the boss battle for Risen, and I generally agree with them. However, I would say this boss battle is even worse, because once again, as I said, it's not even really much of a battle. So what we have to do here is go to each of these shrines. Oh shit, you can shoot me through it, so I have to be quick about this. Each of these shrines contains one of the hearts of the undead priests, and we have to stab it with their respective swords. And each time we do that, you probably saw that it actually spawns a demon. Or a demon lord, in fact. These are the only demon lords you encounter in the game. And once again, they are fucking impossible to damage with my sword. So I have no choice but to retreat. And he's actually pretty fast, so... I don't even know if that hurt him. Get away from me, you little bastard. Now, thankfully, they can't jump gaps. I think you'll actually get stuck on the gap. Yeah. Even though he can fly, he actually can't get over this gap. So this is pretty much our only choice. We have to retreat. And use the terrain to our advantage here. 'Tis the only way we'll be able to actually deal with this. So overall, it's even though being a mage is very powerful early on in the game, it makes the end game, the final chapter here, extremely difficult because of how difficult it is to actually cast that spell. And of course, if you've been relying on one-handed weapons the whole game, which I generally prefer to do because I find one-handed weapons a lot easier to use. A lot more user-friendly, as it were. It's a problem... Oh, goodness. I walked right through it. Oh my god, and I'm on fire, which means I can't do anything, and I'm taking more damage. Dude, give it a fucking rest, would you? Oh my fucking god. Oh, how I hate this fight. And he should not be able to hit you through the pillars, but he does. Oh, fucking hell! Oh, fucking hell! I did not know he would actually chase me that far. He came right over that thing. That scared the shit out of me. You can't do shit, bruh. Excuse me while I top myself off here. And hit you with a couple of these. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage this time. I think this is one of those cases where the damage it does is influenced by how far away from the enemy you are. So enemies on the absolute fringes do take a fairly high amount of damage, but not nearly as high as when they're a lot closer to you. Oh, no, you don't. Bruh. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Oh, Christ. Now, if I had gotten set on fire there, that would have been a serious problem. Get away from me. Eat it. Alright, well, never mind. That didn't do shit to him. Oh, whoa. No, I see what happened. It actually hit him twice. Alright, that was interesting. It seemed like because he recoiled every time it hit him, he actually went further back and ended up in another hitbox for the spell. So, that's quite interesting. I don't think I've been saving this whole time. That's very foolish of me. So, yeah, like every time he got hit, he, like, recoiled backwards. I'm gonna try and bait him to cast a spell. There we go. That way I can, have at this in peace. Get away! Oh, fucking hell. Who would have thought? Come on, give it a fucking rest! Okay. Fuck off! Good. His last firebolt actually hit the demon instead. Rah, rah, rah. Chase me if you dare. Now, if you were quick enough, you would actually be able to hit all of those shrines without actually having to fight the demons. But because of how much damage his spell is actually doing to us, and in fact, it might behoove us to equip our fire resistance stuff. That doesn't help as much as this does. Do we have anything else that protects against fire? That's not good enough. Alright, so we equip this stuff, and we have a hefty resistance against fire. I don't know why I suddenly have a crossbow equipped. That doesn't make any sense. How is that possible? Whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, so let us blast this demon, get him to come to us. Oh shit, he's already coming. Bugger! And holly-ho! Come on then, you damn fool. And eat it, friend. Alright, so we've got but 2 left to stab. Actually, no, we don't have 2. We have 1 more. Right? 1 more? 2 more? Fuck, I don't remember. How many have we stabbed? Oh, dear. Alright. I'm going to go for the middle one, because that's the only one I know for a fact that we have not yet stabbed. Yeah, this is the last one. Alright, so once we do this, according to Zaras, the sleeper should then be without power. And shank.
When the sleeper was banished into his own dimension, I returned to daylight. The magic barrier had fallen. But for me, the adventure had only just begun.
People of Asaland, it's only just begun. So, ladies and gentlemen, it almost pains me to say it so soon, but that, my friends, was Gothic. This is the end, and our destiny comes full circle. So, it's been well over... Well, has it been well over? No. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Fuck. Oh god, I've lost so much track of time since I started doing this. But, it was in 2012. Nearly a year ago. I mean, nearly 3 exact years ago, that I actually began the beginning of my walkthrough for Gothic Dark Mysteries. And as I said in the beginning of this series, that was the first the second full-length Let's Play series that I did, immediately following my series for Risen 2. And it's... a lot has happened since then. We have, of course, gone through the entirety of Gothic 2 and Gothic 3, as well as the Beliar Tale of a Warrior expansion. I mean, not expansion, mod. So, to have come full circle this way and have, in my opinion, sort of tied up a serious loose end, which was the absolute disaster of Gothic Dark Mysteries, it is very satisfying to have brought this to a conclusion, although it did happen sooner than I would have really liked. Now, I apologize if, to be honest, if there's anything happening in the background. I can't really address it right now because I've once again forgotten that Fraps actually causes any cinematics to go black on my screen, so I'm actually going to have to re-record this afterwards with a different program to make sure that it shows up in the video. But, so I have no idea what's going on in the background. All I know is that there are credits rolling. Anyway, so it's interesting that at the end there, the hero actually talks about how he returned to daylight after vanquishing the sleeper, and how the barrier had fallen. Because what we see in the intro to Gothic 2 is that the hero actually got stuck down there. When he vanquished the sleeper, the barrier fell and caused a sort of huge magical storm. Caused a huge magical storm of sorts that actually wrecked the entire place and brought down the entire Temple of the Sleeper in a crumbling ruin. And trapped... oh, fucking hell. Well, geez, that was abrupt. That actually shut down the whole game, so I'm going to have to finish talking about this with a black screen that I'm going to put music over. Anyway, so, yeah, at the end of... yeah, oh, geez, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, in the beginning of Gothic 2, we see that he was stuck down there, and Zardos had to perform a ritual to get him back out. And so that kind of goes against what the ending had originally set up, and it kind of makes me wonder what Chronobytes really had planned for Gothic 2, and it makes me wonder if they even had one planned, because it really kind of ended up the same way that Risen did, and I have a lot of reason to believe that there was never intended to be a Risen 2 as well. What I have heard, and I don't know how true it is that Gothic was really originally meant to be a showcase for the Zenjin, which is the engine that was built on. And what they're really planning to do was develop the engine and license it, and that was how Chronobytes really intended to make their income, sort of the way that Epic Games works with Unreal. The engine is the principal moneymaker of theirs, but it's not like they never make games, you know? But the Zenjin was never really a popular engine. By that I mean Chronobytes is the only developer that has ever worked with it, and Gothic 1 and 2 are the only games that were ever built on it. So it makes me wonder if there ever was planned to be a Gothic 2, and it might have been something that they did as part of their arrangement with Joe Wood. But I'm probably stretching that, and I'm sure someone out there knows for a fact whether or not Gothic 2 was planned from the beginning. But it definitely was not, definitely did not turn out exactly how they planned, just based on the fact that they had to retcon the ending of the first Gothic in the intro of Gothic 2 in order to roll with the story that they wanted to make. So a lot of people do shit on the Risen games for having sort of an inconsistent continuity, and how a lot of things do seem to get retconned in the later games. But truth be told, Chronobytes has been doing that basically since the beginning. There are a lot of cases where there are just serious plot holes and things that just, for no apparent reason, get changed. Just, you know, in the later games. And so, yeah, it's kind of hard to single out the Risen games for those reasons. But at the end of the day, I think the reason that we don't forgive the Risen games as much for the same sins as the Gothic games had is simply because the Gothic games were so much better. Anyway, so that's all there really is to be said about that. Now, a lot of you might be wondering what the plans are for the future. As far as Gothic goes, I've said before, I have no real intention to redo my walkthrough for Gothic 2. However, once mods such as Golden Gate and the Enhanced Edition come out, I will definitely be playing those. And maybe now that I have time, I might try to dabble with the DirectX 11 and the, I don't know how you pronounce it, Uliva mod that can be paired with the DirectX 11 edition. That is just basically a major graphic and world overhaul kind of mod, which was very interesting, but I don't think it offers any major gameplay changes. But it is being packaged with the Enhanced Edition 2.0. So once those mods start coming out, I will start redoing Gothic 2 with those mods as sort of a half-blind kind of Let's Play, and to kind of wrap up some of the things that I know I missed in my original Gothic 2 walkthrough. But I'm not so dissatisfied with my original Gothic 2 walkthrough that I feel like doing the whole thing again the way I did with this one. This was just something that really needed to happen, and I'm very glad I did it. And I'm very glad you all joined me with it. So thank you all so very kindly for making this actually probably the most satisfying walkthrough I've done. I feel like I had a lot more fan engagement with this one, a lot more than I even had with Gothic 3, which I feel like probably got even more attention, to be honest. I feel like people people watched that one a lot more, and are continuing to watch it a lot. This one was slightly more humble in terms of views, but it really brought you guys out and it got you guys to comment a lot more, which I really do appreciate, and I'm very happy to have that kind of regular intellectual conversation with you all. So thank you very much. What's going to happen next now, without any Gothic in the headlights? I did the voting a couple weeks ago, and the clear winner was The Witcher. So that is what I'm going to be doing next, probably starting... I'm hoping to have it ready by Friday. In the meantime, I might not really have anything. I do have one video that I'm going to post if I think the quality is up to snuff. Something I did as a live stream and just edited for the sake of YouTube. And if I like it, I'm going to post it. If I think the quality is too poor, then I'm not going to post it. And what you're going to see is The Witcher starting Friday. And Dragon Age Origins, I'm going to get back to that now that I have the time for it. Basically, lately, I just haven't really had the time to do both Gothic and Dragon Age, and since I was so close to the end of Gothic, and since people like it so much more, that's what I've been doing. So, Dragon Age will come back, Witcher will begin. Thank you all so much for watching, and this has been a wonderful experience, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. So, pardon me if I'm not quite as, maybe not too sentimental about it, but that's simply the fact that, you know, I'm always looking ahead. I've got more to do with this channel, and there's just so much more to look forward to, especially if my plans for the near future come to fruition. A lot of things can definitely change, and a lot more can really happen. And this has been a wonderful experience, but I don't want this to end up between Gothic 3 and this walkthrough. I honestly fell into a slump, like a really motivational slump, just because Gothic 3 took me so long to finish. It was really hard to start something new again after that, and I don't want this to end up the same way. I don't want to have to take like 2 or 3 months as a sabbatical just to motivate myself to actually start doing videos again. So, but let it not be said that I did not thoroughly enjoy this, and I'm very happy to have you all along for the ride. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.